There is a saying in business that let's say if you have an idea for business, then it doesn't matter how much good of an idea you have, it doesn't matter how innovative your idea is, it doesn't matter how new or how trending or how popular your idea is, it will not work. It will, there is not even a single percent chance for your idea to work if the management of your business is not strong. Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this video where we are going to discuss why capitalism worked and socialism didn't. And that is why I told you this saying here in the business, because this same thing applies to this topic as well. Okay, because when we talk about capitalism and when we talk about socialism, they both focus on economics, and management is very important in these things. So the core point I am going to discuss in this entire video will revolve around management. Okay, see, I am not going to discuss the what is morally right or what is morally wrong here. Okay, uh, both of them have their own intentions. Both of these ideologies have their own intentions, how they started, how they got started here. Okay, and I'm not going to discuss the moral part of it, that what is good, what is wrong, that why it didn't work. I'm not going to go into that here. Okay, I am going to talk mainly from the uh, efficiency point of view, from the practical point of view. Okay, I am going to discuss from the practical point of view that why most of the countries today are capitalist. Okay, and inside that capitalism, socialism exists. See, it is not like that socialism didn't exist in today's time. Okay, socialism also exists, capitalism also exists. Okay, but when I say capitalism worked and socialism didn't, I mean that why today's countries are capitalist, and inside that capitalism we have social welfare schemes, okay, pension schemes, okay, and different kind of policies, so that there could be some level of equality here. Okay, so that is what I am discussing here, that why countries are not socialist, and inside that socialist the capitalist system exists. Why it is other way around, that today's countries are capitalist and socialist system, system of socialism exists inside capitalist countries. Why it is in this way, that capitalism leads and socialism exists inside capitalism. Okay, so that is what we are going to discuss here. And there are a lot of examples we have available. We have USSR available, we have Mao's China available, and we have North Korea available as well. All of these are the countries which try to follow socialism in one way or another, and why they all fail, and why in today's time all countries are capitalist. Okay, and even in India as well, if you discuss even in India, then India also, before 1993 liberalization, before the liberalization of India, India also follow mainly socialist ideologies here. But after that privatization came, and companies came, and we also become, India also become capitalist. Okay, so all of these things, okay, why USSR didn't work, why Mao's China didn't work, all of that falls to this single thing here, management here. Okay, now we are going to discuss this in two sections here. Okay, so here I will discuss the capitalism. Okay, and here I will discuss socialism. So whenever I talked about management, okay, what do I mean by management? See, in capitalism, what happens in capitalism, that in capitalism what happens is that we try to distribute the power. So for example, let's say, see, in both of the systems, in capitalism and in socialism, we have a central authority which will see everything is happening properly. Okay, this is the central authority, generally you can say a form of government. So this is our government also exists in socialism as well. Okay, government exists in capitalism as well, government exists in socialism as well. Now then we have people for which these systems are created. Okay, people we have, and here also we have people, normal individuals. Okay, okay, so in both of them we have normal people, normal individuals are available. Now when I said that capitalism worked because of management and socialism didn't, so what is actually happening here is that one thing that capitalism did very properly, very efficiently, that it distributed equally. There is one thing which capitalism distributed equally. What is it that capitalism distributed equally? The opportunity to have power. What socialism promises, the entire definition of socialism is to equally transfer resources, food, education, healthcare, all of these should be equally transferred to the people here. That means who keep the power? In the case of socialism, the government keeps all the power. Okay, the government keeps all the power. But in the case of capitalism, okay, the capitalism could be a very unfair system. It could be, see, I didn't say that it transfers power equally. No, the power is not transferred equally. Okay, only the opportunity to have power is transferred equally. Okay, because in capitalism we have private ownership. In capitalism we have people can earn money for themselves. Okay, and if they find a good system, if they find a good method for themselves, okay, then any person can have power, any person can have more power. Okay, now what this does, this creates incentive, to work more harder. Okay, now I told you just a moment ago that capitalism is not uh, equal. Okay, it doesn't create equal societies here. What happens in capitalism, that power is not transferred to everyone equally, opportunity to have power is transferred equally. Okay, so it might be possible that this person is getting power, this person is also getting power, this person is not getting power, this person is not getting power, this person is not getting power, but arrow, see this arrow is transferred to for everyone. That means everyone will have opportunity. There is some you can say possibility. Okay, you can say there is some possibility for all of them to have power, to rise with power here. Okay, and this is the fundamental human nature, to have power, self interest. Okay, self interest, self interest. Now when I am saying self interest, I am not saying people are generally selfish. No, that is not what I am saying. When I say self interest, that means people will first think about themselves, about their family, about their own status in the society, and then they will be helpful to others. That depends on their own personality. Some might really be selfish, some people might really be evil. Okay, I'm not denying that, but literally everyone will think about their self interest, and besides self-interest there will be people who will think about others as well. Okay, that is fundamental human nature here. Okay, now as I told you that because everyone will have at least the opportunity to have power, even if they don't have power, if they have even the opportunity to have power, okay, they will work. That means what will be transferred, what I told you initially, management will be transferred to everyone. Okay, everyone will manage themselves, that how much they need, what are their needs, okay, how much food they need, how much education they need, how much opportunity, what kind of education they need, and how much status in the society they need. They can decide for themselves what they need, and that is basically the management I am talking about. They are managing themselves, that what they need, how much they need. It is more about freedom. This represents more freedom here. Now what is happening in socialism, that in socialism government is keeping all the power, government is deciding how much, government is keeping all the management here to themselves, government is keeping all the management to themselves, and they are deciding how much person will, this person, they are deciding for everyone, they are generalizing that how much each of those person will get here. Okay, that we are trying to create a classless society, okay, where everyone will get equal resources, and that is being decided by the government here. Now in the starting I told you about the management here, that, let me write one more time, I told you about the management here, that management is equally transferred between everyone in capitalism, and that is why, they are able to manage themselves, literally everyone. See, even if the population increase from 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion, a population like India 1.5 billion, okay, still the management will work because everyone is managing themselves. But the point in socialism is that because of self interest, okay, because of self interest, these people can't manage themselves and at the same time maintain equality with each other. No, they will not maintain equality with each other while managing themselves, and that is why one central power is needed to maintain the equality. Now if one central power is needed to maintain the equality, that means majority of management power will reside to the government. Okay, and when this population will also reach 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion, 1.5 billion, when this population will reach 1.5 billion, then it will be very very difficult for the government to manage all of these people, to manage the requirements of all of these people. That is the fundamental reason why socialism didn't work. Okay, the one thing you have to understand about human nature, that it wants power and it thinks in self interest. It wants power and it thinks in self interest here. Okay, they, and some of the people wants to do good for others. Okay, they want other to have opportunities, they want other to have uh, opportunity, they want good for others, but for that they don't want to, sacrifice what, their freedom. There is not even a single individual in the on the planet, there is not even a single individual on the planet who will sacrifice their own freedom for the equality of everyone. And there is nothing wrong in it, I am not saying that is wrong here. Okay, this is the fundamental human nature here, it is a good thing to have freedom for yourself here. Okay, and socialism, where the power resides at the single person, that restricts your freedom one way or another, it will always restrict your freedom. Okay, and the management is the main reason why the socialism will not work here. And the reasons like freedom, self interest, and the opportunity to have power will will amplify that reason. Okay, see, if you have a good management, then socialism can work. Even if people have self-interest, freedom, and opportunity to have power. Okay, if you have a very very good management, let's say you are only managing 100 people. Let's say you are only managing 100 people, there is not even a doubt that socialism can't work. Socialism will work if you have only 100 people to manage here. Okay, even if those 100 people have self interest, they want freedom, they want opportunity to have power, still it is easy to manage those 100 people. But when this will increase to 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion, then this will not work. Management will not work. That is how companies work. Okay, in companies, does employee have all the freedom? No. Does employee have self-interest? Yes, employee have their self-interest, and employees want freedom. Employees also want opportunity to have power, but the system in the companies is designed in such a way so that these people are equal, these employees are equal. Okay, they are working for a company and they are getting some returns as well. Okay, they are getting some returns as well. Okay, even those returns are unequal, it is not equal. I'm not comparing a company with a socialism, but I'm talking about management. If a management is good, then it is easy to manage people. Okay, it is easy to manage people who have self-interest, freedom, and opportunity to have power. It is easy to manage those people here. Okay, it all comes back to management here, and that is the reason why capitalism worked and socialism didn't here. Okay, so thank you very much, thank you for watching. This is today's topic. Thank you.